Returning now to our story of Suzi Bozich, accused by her ex-husbands of being a serial bigamist. Now, we just heard from two of those guys who say she's nothing but a scam artist. And now they're joining forces with our Jason Mattera to track Suzi down and try to get some answers.
Matt, I found out that getting answers from Suzi Bozich is harder than getting married to her. Not that I'd ever marry her, for the record. Suzi Bozich is a woman who just loves being married. In fact, she's nearly worn out the soles of her shoes walking down the aisle. Suzi's been hitched at least 5 times. She loves it so much, Suzi was married to both of these guys at the same time. They'd never officially met, so Crime Watch Daily brought them together.
Ken, there's someone I want to introduce you to.
Okay.
Ken, this is Bruce, husband number 4. How did you get out of the relationship?
I escaped. I left the state, moved to Wisconsin.
Did you ever file for divorce?
No, I did not. While I was there, my mother-in-law, not my mother, my stepmother, called and told me that it was in the paper and that we were divorced. So that was my belief for all these years.
How long did you think you were married to Susan?
A little bit over 9 years. It would have been the 10th anniversary this year.
Ken Cherry married his bigamist bride thinking she had divorced Bruce WESTBECHER years before. At the time of this interview, Suzi was living in Ken's house, still legally married to Bruce. And neither one of the guys had a key to the front door.
Just go down the hill and go back up that other ramp over there across the road there.
We all decided to take a ride to see if we could get Suzi's side. And we're in luck. Suzi's home. But Suzi never answers the door.
Susan, this is Jason Mattera with Crime Watch Daily.
Husbands 4 and 5 never expected her to.
You've been accused of bigamy and fraud, but you're still married to Suzi.
This is what I'm told.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I really better get busy and get this done quickly.
We know you're there. I saw the TV running. Susan, you got your name on the title under false pretenses. It says you're Ken's wife, but we know that can't be the case because you're still married to Bruce.
Since Bruce is still legally married to Suzi Bozich, her marriage to Ken has been declared void.
She's a bigamist. She was given an opportunity to prove that she had actually tried to divorce this man. She could not do that because she didn't do it.
You think with that and his pile of legal paperwork, it would clear the way for Ken to get his house, his money, and his life back.
Are you sure you don't want to give your side of the story, Susan?
She's a criminal, you know.
You're legally entitled to be on this property, and she rekeyed it.
So
this is your property.
It's mind-boggling that when they have the proof right there, it should be open and shut. They refuse to do anything.
The laws are designed to protect people, but they're protecting the wrong people.
Bigamy was once punishable by death in some parts of the world. In most states today, it's still considered a felony with the possibility of a lengthy prison sentence. But in Missouri, it's less criminal and more civil. But Rick Burrows, the private investigator Ken hired, says this case is different.
It's not a civil matter. It's a criminal matter. The bigamy is the root to the fraud, the bad checks, her signing her name as his wife on the documents for the house when she wasn't legally his wife. Ken's out thousands of dollars and his house because of the actions of this woman.
It's a misdemeanor, Class A misdemeanor. So it has a range of punishment up to a year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine.
Dan DEEMER, Ken's attorney, argues some of the things Suzi Bozich did to his client are criminal, but getting police involved at this point is nearly impossible.
Essentially what you get is a police force that is targeting things that are either burning or bleeding. Those are the things that get attention.
What are the chances that the circuit attorney ends up taking up this case?
0.
So Ken's recourse at this point is what?
It's all civil.
And just when Ken thought he had heard it all about Suzi, this bomb drops. There may actually be a husband number 6.
There was no marriage license taken out, but she had been involved with an inmate that had been on death row.
And you came across this through your research?
Came across this in the research by talking to husband number 3. The reason he divorced Susan was because she came home and pronounced that she was in love with Lloyd Schloop, who was a convicted murderer.
And there's one more little detail. Old Susie's been involved in this death row romance for close to 20 years.
In November of 2013, the prisoner's mother passed away. And in the obituary, where the significant others are normally in parentheses after the family members, there is a Susan of St. Louis listed as his significant other. 2 months later, his sister passes away. In that obituary, she is listed as Suzi behind his name as a significant other.
Ironically, prison may be the safest place for a man dealing with Suzi Bozich. At least, that's what her ex and soon-to-be ex-husband say.
I think she should be stopped. Guys should start paying attention. Everybody does background checks on everybody now. If you're going to get involved with her, definitely do a background check. You'll save yourself a lot of money and a lot of heartache.
She's a very convincing person, you know. It could be daylight, and she could probably present a pretty good argument to you for why it's nighttime. The whole 10 years was a lie.
What would you say to the guys who are interacting with her?
I'd say if they pursue it, they're damn fools.
Jason and Suzi's collection of former husbands continued to knock on the door for close to an hour to try to talk to Suzi. She never did answer the door. We have also reached out to Suzi's attorney and received no response. To find out if your state is one of the states that considers bigamy only a misdemeanor, go to crimewatchdaily.com.